Assalamu alaikum. My name is AMMAD IRFAN. My ID is 12807, and today I will talk about the Ottoman Empire entry to the World War I and its demise. So, Ottoman entry into the World War I was the result of two recently purchased ships of its navy, still manned by their German crews and commanded by their German admiral, carrying out the raid on the Black Sea raid in 29 October 1914. There was a number of factors that conspired to influence the Ottoman government and encourage them into entering the war. The political reasons for the Ottoman Sultan's entry into the war are disputed, and the Ottoman Empire was an agricultural state in an age of industrial warfare. Also, the economic resources of the empire were depleted by the cost of the Balkan War in the year 1913 and 1914. Following the attack on the Black Sea raid, Russia and its allies Britain and France declared war on the Ottomans in November 1914. The Ottoman Empire started a military action after 3 months of its former neutrality. But it had signed a secret alliance with the Central Powers in August 1914, that being the Germany. The great landmass of Anatolia was between the Ottoman army's headquarters in Istanbul and many of the theaters of war. During Abdul Hamid II's reign, civilian communications had improved, but the road and the rail network was not ready for the war. It took more than a month to reach Syria and nearly 2 months to reach Mesopotamia. Let's talk about the war with the Russians. The Ottomans' entrance into the war greatly increased the Triple Entity's military burdens. Russia had to fight alone on the Caucasus campaign, but fought with the United Kingdom on the Persian campaign. Ismail Anwar Pasha set off the Battle of Sarikamish with the intention of recapturing Batum and Kars, overrunning Georgia and occupying northwestern Persia and the oil fields, fighting the Russians in the Caucasus. However, the Ottomans lost ground and over 100,000 soldiers in a series of battles, and 60,000 Ottoman soldiers died in the winter of 1916 and 17 on the Musbiltis section of the front. The Ottomans preferred to keep the Caucasus militarily silent, as they had to regroup reserve to take Baghdad and Palestine from the British. Now let's talk about the war with Britain. The British captured Basra in November 1914 and marched into Iraq. Initially, Ahmad Jamal Pasha was ordered to gather an army in Palestine to threaten the Suez Canal. In response, the Allies, including the newly formed Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, ANZACs, opened another front into the Battle of Gallipoli. The army led by Ahmad Jamal Pasha, 4th Army to eject the British from Egypt, was stopped at the Suez Canal in February 1915. And again the next summer, the canal was vital to the British war effort. In addition, the 1915 locust plague broke out in the Palestine region. The Ottoman military hospitals record the period as March-October 1915. There are a lot of controversies like how the Ottoman Empire lost the war. Some say it was the Arab revolt that was led by the Lawrence of Arabia, and some say it was just they were too much, they joined the Central Power. But the truth is that the Ottoman Empire were eventually defeated to the key attacks by the British General Edmund Allenby. Well, that's how the history claims. But that was the downfall of Ottoman Empire for joining the Central Powers, and slowly the Ottoman Empire fell, and then Turkey was formed afterwards. Thank you. That's all. Allah Hafiz.